On behalf of the town of Silver City, I'm calling this meeting of the Town Council to order. I'd like to invite you to join us in the Pledge of Allegiance and following that, the salute to the New Mexico state flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I salute the flag of the state of New Mexico to be a symbol of perfect friendship among united cultures. Thank you, and I'd like to welcome everyone here tonight on behalf of the City Council. Our town manager, Alex Brown, was not able to be here with us tonight, but Randy Hernandez, the administrative assistant to the executive department, will be taking notes for him. We also have our town attorney, Jim Reynolds, our town clerk, Alfred Cedillo. The police is being represented by Corporal Howdy, who's also with us. We also have our fire chief here. Thank you, Chief. And our code enforcement officer, Officer Vicky Tony. We also have sitting in the audience the city fire marshal, Eloy Vasquez. Welcome. I'd also like to welcome all of the community members as well as members of the press. Thank you all for being here. The first item, next item on the agenda is changes to the agenda. Does anyone have any changes? Then we'll go to items 4, ceremonies, and there are none. Next is item 5, proclamations. And the town would like to recognize the Rotary Club's World Polio Day. And so I'll go down to the podium, and if any council member wants to join me, please come on down, as well as the representatives from the Rotary Club who will receive the proclamation.
Where do we stand?
Over here.
Okay.
Is anyone else with you?
Yes.
Mark, come join us. Whereas World Polio Day is an opportunity for the international polio eradication community to renew its promise to future generations, and whereas Rotary International spearheaded the Global Polio Eradication Initiative with the World Health Organization and UNICEF to immunize the children of the world against polio in 1988. And whereas to date, Rotary International has contributed billions of dollars to protect nearly 3 billion children in 122 countries, plus countless volunteer hours. Since 1985, wild polio virus cases have dropped 99.9% from over 350,000 cases annually to 12 cases in 2022. Whereas the Rotary Club of Silver City, New Mexico has donated funds to Rotary International's Polio Plus campaign to vaccinate thousands of children against polio. And whereas the Silver City, New Mexico Rotary Club presents Musica in Contra de Polio, a benefit concert at Western New Mexico University on October 26, 2024, for the international campaign to eliminate polio. Whereas Rotary intends to remain a partner in GPEI until polio is officially eradicated. Whereas, as long as polio exists anywhere, it is a threat everywhere, and we must continue to do the work that needs to be done to encourage the immunization against the paralytic virus. Now, therefore, I, Ken Ladner, Mayor of the town of Silver City, New Mexico, do proclaim October 22, 2024 as World Polio Day and encourage citizens to observe this day by becoming aware of the tragedy of polio, supporting those who are working toward its end, and participating in community efforts. It's a pleasure for the town of Silver City to present this proclamation to you. And why don't you come over here and we can all stand together for a photo. And I'll present this to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, and would anyone like to say a few words?
I'll just say very few words.
Okay.
I'd like to point out that last month, we immunized 650,000 children in Gaza where polio appeared. And Rotary is part of that effort along with UNICEF. And the other is that we're having a great mariachi concert this weekend, and I've left flyers on the table over here for you to consume. Thank you very much.
And I have one free ticket if you would like.
Thank you. I had the opportunity to be present at the Rotary Club today, and it really is a community service-oriented organization. Thank you all for all that you do. Next is item 6, council comments. First on the list is Councilor Snyder.
Thank you, Mayor. All I've got to say is there's a very important election coming up, and I encourage everyone to get out and vote. Early voting is happening right now here in the Grant County Administration Building. Last day to vote is November 5th. Also, Nick Seibel and the Silver City Daily Press are sponsoring candidate forums where the public can hear candidates respond to questions generated by the audience. All the forums will be held at the Bessie Ford Global Resource Center. Yesterday, the forum for the Grant County Commission District 4 with Eddie Flores and Barbara Bush took place. Tomorrow, the forum is for Grant County Commission District 5 with Philip Schoenberg and Thomas Shelley will take place at 6 p.m. Thursday forum is for District Attorney with Michael Renteria and Norman Wheeler. Will take place at 6 p.m. Monday, the forum is for State Representative District 39 with Luis Terrazas and Gabby Begay, and will start at 5:30. At 7:30 on Monday, the forum for Senate District 28 with Chris Ponce and Gabriel Ramos will take place. I'd like to thank Nick Seibel and the Silver Press for giving the opportunity to the public to listen to what the candidates have to say.
Thank you. Councilor Prince.
Thank you, Mayor Ladner. 2 comments this evening. First, I wish to continue commendation of our police and fire departments. I've had to field a number of questions these last few weeks regarding siren noise, but as anyone who attends our meetings knows, we are fortunate to have such dedicated public safety officers on patrol and intervening in our community's crises. Still, the need to develop appropriate responses for noise ordinance violations and coal rolling is ongoing. But if there's a choice, I'll take the sirens over the fear and concerns I heard from so many earlier this year. Again, thank you, Officers Hadi, Tony, and Chief Lambert. For due diligence, I will be asking for a review of emergency signaling with our town management, but I know the work has been difficult, persistent, and chaotic. Secondly, I wish to address safety concerns as they pertain to recent fatal flooding in Roswell and Dexter this weekend. As most know, our council and mayor prioritize time with the state's municipal league, not for the hotel stays per diem or stress of travel, but for the expertise and camaraderie of our fellow elected representatives facing the challenges of these years. To our peers and shared community in eastern New Mexico, my heart goes out for your loss, and I wish a speedy and resolute recovery. In my few short years here in elected office, the destruction our neighbors near and far have had to experience feels pretty much relentless. Sharing in the stories of hardship with officials from Las Vegas in 2022 when their water supply became so choked with ash and char from the burn scars, they've had to manually distribute water to the public. I remember comparing stories with then Councilor Farmer and representatives from Angel Fire about the impacts of that same fire on their community. Last year, we almost lost Pinos Altos when the Rico fire forced evacuations, and you could see the flames from Main Street. I toured the burn scar in Ruidoso on an invitation from Mayor Lynn Crawford after our conference in Clovis this August, and seeing the mountain having collapsed under the monsoon rains was humbling and mournful. Stretching back near the 14 years I've been here, the fear when the Quail Ridge fire was jumping from ridge to ridge in 2011, we lost over a dozen homes and could easily see losing hundreds more, doesn't feel so far off. There are differences we can each make within the coming years and decades, and having met with the county emergency manager's office, the state search and rescue teams, local fire departments, and even our amateur radio society, the efforts and gaps our community fills when danger is clear and present are remarkable. Towards even better outcomes, I would ask the public to reach out so emergency resources can be shared. Government agencies and emergency services don't have the same advertising budget as big businesses, but resources are there from Homeland Security, the Forest Service, Environment Department, Federal Emergency Management Agency, and many, many more to help the public engage safely when responding to any of the myriad of relevant crises, trained to be effective and operate between agencies, and most importantly, prepare to avoid and mitigate these emergencies entirely. To my fellow counselors and the public at large, please do reach out. I worry we're only seeing the beginning of challenges. City management has to be commended for their efforts to mitigate flood and fire hazards. From the categorical fire ISO improvement our fire chief accomplished this year to the city's continuous improvements in drainage, water catchment, and floodplain mitigation every single road project includes. And for so much more, I marvel at the forward thinking our leadership has provided and believe that now is an excellent time for folks to channel their concern into preparation and engagement. I wish everyone safety and peace these next few weeks. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you. Councilor Bencomo.
Mayor, I have no comments tonight.
Thank you. Councilor Kuno.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to recognize the Silver City Women's Club. I did a welcoming for their convention that they had last weekend, and the Women's Club does a lot of work that people don't realize. They've been around since, I believe, 1901, so they're pretty old. They're probably one of the oldest service organizations in Silver City, and their clubhouse is literally the middle of town, so that's kind of a cool thing that they have. I would encourage women that are interested in service in this community to get involved with them because they're doing a lot of really, really good work. It was just an honor to be there, so I just wanted to recognize them. Thank you.
Thank you. I know I often talk about how important volunteers are in our community. The Grant County administration did a wonderful job so far on the voting process. And I want to thank all of those who volunteered to help in that process. Even with a large number of voters, it went very smoothly and quickly. So thanks to all of those volunteers. Next on the list is approval of the minutes of the October 8, 2024 meeting. Do I hear a motion? Councilor Snyder?
I move to approve the minutes of the October 8, 2024 meeting.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Mayor, I'll
Councilor
second.
Bencomo, thank you. Any discussion or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries unanimously. Next on the agenda is number 7, public input. And we had one person sign up, Kevin Cardoza. Mr. Cardoza?
Yep, that's on. Good evening, Mayor, members of council. My name is Kevin Cardoza. I would like to take a couple of minutes just to formally introduce myself. I'm the new local government and community manager for PNM. Some of you may remember Bruce Ashburn. I've taken over his position, and it's truly a pleasure to get to know each and every one of the communities that we serve. I've grown very fond of Silver City. It's a beautiful town. Every time I have to come here, I take a few extra minutes, drive around town, hit up some of the coffee shops. It's a really, really nice town. I really like it. You guys have done a tremendous job. And one of the things that I would like to emphasize is that our goal is to strengthen our relationship with the city and really become stronger and better community partners with all the initiatives and the things that you guys have going on. So I want to make myself available to you. After my comments, I would like to see if it is appropriate to approach the dais just to give you my business card, if that's okay. Yeah, okay, great. Yep, and like I said, if there's anything I can help you with, just please feel free to reach out. I'm here, I'm a resource. I'm here to help the best I can. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cardoza. Next is item 8, reports, the Daughters of the American Revolution flag presentation for La Capilla by Lucy Whitmarsh. Ms. Whitmarsh, pull it down.
Good evening. I'm Lucy Whitmarsh, and I'm the regent of our local DAR chapter, which is the Jacob Bennett chapter. And on behalf of the Jacob Bennett chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution, I would like to invite you to an American flag raising ceremony. The ceremony will be on Saturday, October 26th, starting at 10:30 at La Capilla. Please join us for this patriotic celebration as we present an American flag to Mayor Ladner to show our appreciation for all the wonderful displays of American flags in Silver City by community members and organizations. The flag that we're presenting was flown over the National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution Historic Memorial Continental Hall in Washington, D.C., and will be raised to fly proudly over La Capilla. Event invitations, bookmarks, information about the Jacob Bennett chapter, and copies of the flag code are on the table by the door. And please help yourself to the handouts. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to invite you to the American flag raising ceremony to be held on Saturday, October 26th at 10:30 a.m. at La Capilla.
Who will be doing the honor guard?
The Vietnam veterans.
Any questions or comments? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next is item 9, public hearings, and there are none. Next is unfinished business, and there is none. Next is new business, and there is none. So item 12 is adjournment. Do I hear a motion to adjourn? Councilor Prince,
I move our meeting adjourned.
is there a second?
Mayor, I'll second it.
Thank you, Councilor Bencoma. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. We are hereby adjourned. Thank you for being here. Have a good evening.